to Crafters TV. I hope you're doing really super well.
Hello.
You're feeling rhythmic today, aren't you?
I really am.
I don't know why, it's like you're in a pantomime. I'm not
Yes.
sure what's going on. We're in a very good mood here at Crafters TV today. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Great to have you here.
Ready and raring to go back into the swing of things for birthday event week 2.
Week two, indeed. Yes, this, of course, is Beautiful Beginnings. I had such an incredibly busy day earlier with Wake Up Call and then, of course, that launch day as well. But Beautiful Beginnings here with you now for the next couple of hours, which is exciting, Craig, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
What are you looking forward to?
Well, a number of demos we're going to be doing, and what's lovely with Beautiful Beginnings is we get to then just strip it all the way back. So we get to go right back to the beginning. What I am going to do with some of the demos is we're going to do them very simply, but then I might just show you a couple of little techniques that you could incorporate if you want to. So if you're at beginner level, it's going to give you that extra confidence. If you feel as though you're more experienced, then you can take what I'm going to make, maybe replicate it with the additional techniques, or do you know what, just go rogue and do whatever you like.
Absolutely, and the great thing is as well that all of the brilliant reasons to continue shopping with us here at Crafters TV. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, no, amazing. Village Chapel, interlaced dye for you.
Going to the chapel and we're not getting married, just to point out.
Going to the chapel and we're actively not dating. This here is £20 or $20, which is actively not dating at first sight. This is about £20 or $20, which is amazing. This will appear in your cart when you spend over £10 or $10.
That's fab.
Ooh, well, that's amazing, isn't it? Good doing, Craig. And of course, if still with our event-long gifts, if you are spending over 50, this will appear in there. You'll also get a £10 voucher in there. Oh, I know. And
Shake
these.
Shake it up.
This here, your amazing glitter markers. These are incredible. If you're spending over £100,
yes,
you'll get those in there. And oh, that's not it. No, and you'll also get a £20 or dollar spend to use in November and December.
But if you spend over £100, you will still get today's free gift plus the pad.
You'll get
plus
this
the pens.
one and this one and these ones and the voucher in the pad as well. How amazing!
Very amazing.
Is that? And also don't forget as well, prize draws in every single show during birthday. We're picking another lucky winner at random during this.
During this show.
Did I sound like I was possessed
Just
there?
something
didn't I?
like that. I felt like Derek Acora back in the room there. Mary loves Richard.
Mary loves craft. Mary loves craft. Right, let's move on, Craig. So if you want to find all of this
on the website,
you're going to have to head over to the website, craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Thank you, Craig. I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm giddy, that's what it is. I'm very happy to have Craig in the building with us. We have got loads coming up for you in this show, but there's 3 deals in particular that I really want to draw your attention to. So let's have a little look at these ones. All of these that I'm about to show you, by the way, best ever prices, which is amazing. So this one here is upside down. This one here is your Cheers to You. Now these are amazing because look, shaker cards are so much fun and these make really cool shapes and concepts. You don't have to turn them into shaker cards, so do you, Craig? You can have them as regular card bases if you so wish, without any shaking. Just have cool apertures if you want to. So you've got that one just there. That is your Cheers to You. You've got Eau de Parfum, which is this one here. Well, you also have Hello Beautiful, which is that gorgeous schmetterling there. And you've got Born to Bloom as well. Let me also share with you what else is in this. You're going to get these awesome sequins. These, totally free of charge for you. How amazing is that? Foam on a roll, foam on a no. That is going to be in there for you as well. You've got the heavyweight acetate in there. And the Centura Pearl is coming in there for you as well. So it's a brilliant deal. You save more than you spend there on that one. It's one of our incredible Beautiful Beginnings birthday deals, which is brilliant. Next up, Florals is where we are going next. Let me share these with you. These are great. These are really nice big dies, these ones. So first one here for you. You know what these give you, Craig? They give you an opportunity to craft.
Oh, they do, don't they?
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do. What you've got in here is your traditional rose. You will also get this one, the Dainty Dahlia. I love how modern these ones are. They're absolutely gorgeous. And that one there, that is your blushing poppy, that one just there, which is amazing. Right, also in there as well, though, you are then going to get some gorgeous cardstock. It's the copper Century Pearl. We're going to put some of our amazing low-tack tape in there, and you've got a couple of pokey tools as well. And again, you've got a great deal on here. You're saving £30 or $38 there on that one. You're only paying for 2 of the dies, and we're sending you the rest of that totally free of charge. Very generous of us, isn't it? We then have also, these are ever popular, these. It is the amazing Fancy Sentiments. Now, you're also not only getting the sentiments, you're going to get the rocker blocks and also the low-tack tape, which is perfect for allowing you to stamp these out. So both of those are coming included for you, which is amazing. And we then have the sentiments themselves. These are really cool because they're set. You've got some festive and some everyday. So it's a really nice mix. I think it's nice when you find a sentiment that you really love, that you've got something that can take you all the way through the year. So you've got Jingle all the way. You've got Believe in the Magic of Christmas. This one here is Let It Snow. You will also get Merry Christmas in there, Happy Holidays. And then we move into the everyday ones. You've got Happy Birthday. You've also got Special Friend. This one here is Just to Say. And you'll get Thanks Very Much in there as well. £40 or $55 is your price there on those. Right, I do need to mention for you the brand new launch that you saw a little earlier today with myself and Sarah. What a show we had. $89.94 or $101.70. We still, how many left, Johnny? There's 28 of this configuration left. When this sells out, we will remove the linen cardstock and it will still be in stock, but the linen cardstock is worth £15, $20, so grab it whilst you've still got the opportunity to get the linen cardstock, because you are getting the vellum, the 12x12 and the luxury cardstock for free. That's £45 worth of value that you've got in that one just there. Lots of you tuning in and saying hello. Who we got? Bubble and Squeak, Susan, My Little Melting Pot is saying hello. Alicia, Catherine, Kristen is here, Gita, Dana, Cheryl, Roseanne, loads of you tuning in and saying hello. And Craig, you're looking very fetching, I must say.
Thank you very much.
You're a little festive pumpkin today, aren't you?
Well, I try to be anyway, yeah. So, up until yesterday, today and tomorrow was my only shows on Crafters TV before Halloween. As it is standing now, I'm going to be in Colour Me Happy with Leanne. I'm going to be on that side. So I just wanted to get some sort of Halloween shirt or jumper or something, because I didn't have anything. So this is the one that I went for. And I went for a little bit of corporate with the purple hats when it comes to the pumpkin. Did have a choice of a few different colours, but I went with the pumpkin and the purple hat. So
Have
yeah.
you got pumpkins at home?
I do indeed.
Have you carved them?
I do indeed, yes. Myself and Caitlin, we went to a pumpkin patch last weekend. First time we'd ever been for one, and it was actually recommended by Johnny's wife, Gemma.
There you are. I love
so
that.
Yeah, we've carved them and everything.
Big pumpkins?
Big pumpkins.
Oh,
yeah.
big pumpkins.
Big buns.
If you've got any questions, you can get them into us, Crafters TV, on Facebook, Crafters Companion, if you are over on YouTube. Where would you like to start then, Craig?
Let's have a look at these shaped shakers, because there's lots of things you can do with them. You can be creating your shakers, that's why they're called shaped shakers. So whether you want to then pop them straight onto the front of your card, and then what we've got, and shakers are always hard to show on air because you need to shake them and it just makes the camera go all wobbly. But what you can do is you can either add the sequence that you get included, or you do get little dies in each set that you can then die cut and create your own shaker. So straight onto a card front or then change it into an easel, you can do that. But then you can use them as actual individual shakers if you want to. So you can use them as a solid scent element. Then what about doing your little cocktail glass or your little champagne, not champagne glass, more of a cocktail glass, lemonade glass. But then you can see here, doing that as a separate element that we can see here. Then we've got the perfume, so whether you're going straight onto a larger card or maybe your gatefold card. And then the actual die we're away to have a look at the moment, this one being our Born to Bloom. So I know you can only get that one with us. We're going to use that one, but then look at the different things that you can be doing. Once again, so a lot of these have been done using easels or twisted easels, but you can use them in a variety of different ways, such as what I am away to show you just now. And this is one of those where I was referencing right at the start, Joe, that I'm going to show you them in the real basic form, but then I'll show you a couple of other techniques that you can then start to incorporate if you want to take them to that next level. So I don't actually need my stamping mat at the moment. What I'm doing is I've already taken the outside die, so this whole outside die is one, and then your individual aperture petals, these are all separate dies. So to save a little bit of time, I've gone in and taped most of them down, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to tape the last one down to hold it into place. Now you can, if you want to, you've also got a little circle die for the middle, and that's because this whole design, it could be one shaker, or with your foam on a roll, Joe, what you could do is you could separate each of these little bits. So then that could be one colour, one colour, one colour, one colour, and a separate colour for the middle. So you've got options. But all that I need to do is I need to go in with my plates. I'm using my Gemini Junior, of course. We're going to run this one through. So they're going to fit either your Junior, your Midi, your large Gemini, and then some of your smaller items, you know, for instance, within this set, you've got a banner die because you've got some stamps. We'll go through your smaller ones, but at least your Junior and your Midi, they're going to fit. So let's take that.
So Dolly Dim says, I'm sensing mischief already from Craig and Joe today. Bring it on. Catherine was hoping we'd jump out of the cake together. I don't think that cake's big enough for the both of us, Craig, do you?
No, I can barely fit in it.
It's quite petite on the inside. Kilman says, Joe, you're hilarious, never change. I'll try my best, I really do. Yeah, any questions you've got about anything in the show, get them into us. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. Some amazing deals. Remember, you are saving more than you're spending on this one, and that's before we take that Club Inspired discount off. So do hurry if you want to get your hands on this.
Absolutely, good one. It's a really good one. And what I've done or tried to do with this one to start with, Joe, is the main elements are all from the bundle that you get included. So what I've done here is I'm away to use that same die to cut a piece of acetate, and then I'm going to do that onto my metal shim, and same plate configurations. We're going to run this one through, feeding that one through. So that's the one that I've just cut here. I'm going to bring in the one that I've already done, because the only difference is I've popped red liner tape on this side here, so giving myself another little head start. And with our acetate, by using our metal shim, we can see that that's cut no problem. So all that I need to do is I need to take off my back layers of my red liner tape. You could at this point use your tape runner if you want, that's not a problem, but where you've got something that is a worker constructed element, for instance like a shaker, I would just go in with my red liner tape and just give it that extra strong adhesion. So taking these ones off. Do you know what I think? The reason that we're kind of all giddy, Joe, is because we do have an absolute stonker of a launch day tomorrow.
Oh, we really do,
with
don't
one
we?
of the best showstopper deals I think I've ever seen. And I know I've been teasing sneak peeks the last few days in that, and this is one that so many have been waiting for. So we are going to then have a proper look at it tomorrow. I may give you a little sneak peek of a few finished samples, but once I finish Beautiful Beginnings, once I head home, Joe, I'm going to do a Facebook Live with an extra wee cheeky preview of them. So that's going to be later on.
For
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
It's going to be quite the day tomorrow, isn't it? A launch day and a Sarah cartload tomorrow.
It really is. It's going to be fab. So now what I've done is I've gone in and I've popped that acetate just to the back. So we've now got our layered acetate. So all that I need to do is if I bring in my foam on a roll, if I find it in, it looks like a dog's been chewing at this one. I'm going to take some of that off to make it a bit easier. Then what I'm going to do is, this is what I was meaning by you can have separate compartments being different colours. Okay. So all you need to do is just go around with your foam on a roll and separate each one. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I am just going to keep it as one whole shaker, and then I'm going to run around section by section. Because it's a foam on a roll, I'm using one of our thinner ones. And I think, do we get one in the set, do we, or am I imagining that?
You do get the foam on a roll included, which is handy. You've got pretty much everything you need in there, Craig, to get you started, which is
we do, don't we?
Isn't it?
We really, really do. And that was why I, for this one anyway, I was really quite keen to do my first demonstration only using what is in that bundle. So going in, creating a shaker on the back of this, it's no different to creating a shaker maybe on a square card or any card or project that you do. You need to make sure that your joins are aligned and you've got no little bits that are going to fall out. So I'm just working my way around. So either go round continuously, which you could do with the roll, or what to do is just do it in sections like I do. So this is what I actually find easier doing, section by section. But once we've got to the opposite side where it's going to match up, all that I'm then going to do is take that one off, fill in that last little bit here, budge it up, press that together.
Shireen says, is red liner tape just double-sided tape?
No, it does the same thing as in it's a dry adhesive and it attaches card or medium, base to base or front to front, whichever way you use it. Your double-sided tape is more of a tissue tape. You can tear it. A red liner tape is a much stronger adhesion. The actual adhesive is actually plastic. It's not a tissue tape, and it's heat-proof as well, so you can do your heat embossing. So layer your red liner tape on the top, put your glitters on it, put your gilding flakes on it. If you do your embossing powders, you can heat over it. So it initially does the same thing. However, your red liner tape is ultra stronger. So this is why we would tend to say use that one for like a construction or, attaching like a plastic such as acetate to your projects. So
delightful. Any other questions you've got? Just randomly. It can be any kind of random craft question that you've got. Get them into us. We really love it. And that's what Beautiful Beginnings is all about. There is no such thing as a silly question in the show.
Not at all.
Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube. Catherine says, sorry if you already mentioned this, but are these regular dies or are they multi-material type dies, Craig?
So really good question. So they are wafer thin dies, normal metal dies. However, because these are basic shapes, you will be able to use these to cut lots of different mediums. Brilliant. So, your faux leathers, your acetate glitter cards, fabrics, anything like that, you can absolutely do that. In actual fact, they are slightly thicker, but you're still going to cut your cardstock with it. But you are able to cut your different mediums because they're a simple shape. So
delightful.
Yeah, go for it. So what I could start to do is very simply a little bit of red, a little bit of white multi-purpose and the old gold Centura pearl. And I'm not going to stick it down because I'm not finished. So keeping it very, very simple that you can see here with the little sentiment that you've got included. But what I want to do is I do want to fill a little bit of that background. So I'm going to take this card, and within this set here, you've got all these different stamps. So you've got the one for the centre of the flower, the leaf, you've got the banner, some sentiments as well as little hearts and flowers. So all that I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to take my stamping platform. Many of you have seen me do this in the past. It's a technique that I love to do, creating my own background. And then all that I'm going to do is using my Noir Black alcohol-proof ink pad, you can then go around and create your own background. So
Yeah, you love this technique, don't you?
I love doing it. It's so effective. It's such a good way to create your own backgrounds. So unique every single time. You're going to get a different one every single time. And it's just a nice way to extend your project.
Deb said, my husband just asked me if I was quitting my job so I can use all the stuff in my craft room. I would take that as permission from him that you can stop working, Deb.
I would say so.
Personally, I really would.
I would, yeah. I'd go for that one.
Gail has just had their Gemini Pro delivered.
Awesome. How fab is that? That is so, so good. Think the things that you'll be able to do with the Pro. Or even using it as a little bit of a time saver, so you could then be cutting lots of elements at once. Can't wait to see what you guys do with lots of your birthday items that you've bought.
Janine is admiring the precision of your mats and layers, Craig.
Thank you. That's down to our guillotine. Down to our guillotine. No, again, if you've watched me on a number of occasions, you'll know that I use the guillotine for my mats and my layers. And then all that I would do for this one is my good old trusted ice grey 2. I would then draw around the edge of the leaves. So I'm not going to do it all, because I'll show you one that is done. So you could draw around all of the leaves, and then it would potentially look like that. The reason I'm not bothered too much about that is because what I would end up doing, Joe, is covering the middle.
Right.
So I just done that just for the sake of it. I think I was watching TV and got carried away. So stamping them, going around with the ice grey, and then it could look like that one. So if I pop that one there and then pop that one there, you can see how you can create your background. So starting off very, very simple.
Tammy asked Craig, can you stamp with 2 different colours? If so, how would you go about it?
Stamp with 2 different colours. You'd need to keep in mind what you're going to be doing after you've stamped them. So, for instance, if you're going to be using alcohol pens, you'd still need to make sure that your alcohol ink pad you're using are both alcohol.
Okay.
If you're using a quick dry, then yeah, you can use 2 colours at once. Don't worry about cross-contamination. Just stamp out a few more times onto a bit of scrap card or glass mat till that colour goes off.
Brilliant.
And you'll be fine. So yeah, well, you absolutely can do. Yeah, you could be mixing your ink pads. And then what I'm going to do is the other option that you could do, if you don't want to just leave it like that, if you do want to add a little bit of colour, what you could do is come in with our brand new tri-colours. I had to get these in again.
These are so fabulous, aren't they? They are there on the screen for you. It's a complete collection for you. 18 pens, which is brilliant. So that's what, 56 pens you've got across the 18 different pieces. £45 or $60 worth of mystery bag you'll get included as well, which will give you loads of goodies that you can use with your brand new purchase. Brilliant value here, £60 or $90. They're amazing, Craig. I've said earlier, you know, in previous shows about these, Craig, we talk a lot about blending, don't we, with 3 shades of one colour. But I think a lot of people maybe don't even understand that you can blend different colours into each other. Yeah,
no, you're right. And of course, it's something that I have always been aware of. But I like to think of myself as not a lazy person. Right. However, the thought of looking through all my classic pens and trying to work out for myself what ones, different families, would blend together, I just can't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered doing it. So the fact now that we've got our tri-colour pens, that they're done for you. So I have, for this one, taken the sunlit leaves, and all that I'm doing is applying them in the same way that we would, of course, apply any of our alcohol pens. So I still tend to go with the 2/3 of the way. So all that I need to do is then go in to my next colour. And we're not going right over, we're only touching upon where that last colour ends, blending it out, finishing it off, and then you're getting that perfect seamless blend, but that are from 2 different families.
And the great thing is,
Three
like
different
the yellow
families.
would never go into the first green, but it's amazing the sort of the stretch you get on the colour, like to go from that quite light yellow to that fairly dark green, but
Exactly.
not being able to see where it starts and ends. It's really quite incredible.
It really is incredible. And the thing is, Joe, is I'm doing them in this simple form of going one green, next green, and then third green. You could go into all of these different hints and shades that the stamp already gives you, and then you could be creating that seamless blend in that way. So you can absolutely go to town when it comes to the detail of the blend that you're going to get. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this last one, because it was a bigger one that I could have shown you here. And you would carry on all the way around. And what I would do as well is I would only do the edges, Joe, because of course I'm going to cover the middle.
Of course.
So this is showing you that now to when I bring in this one here. So this is how it would potentially start to look. But then if you bring in that one, you can see if I then bring in this layer and just cover up the little, it's not that one, is it? I think it was that one. I need to turn it that way. So all that we need to do is go in, and you'll see now how we've got that blend of green all the way around. Do you know what it was? I've cut into my wrong layer. So I'm sure I checked that earlier on that I had
What's happened,
coloured.
Craig?
So, yeah, I did show you, Johnny, didn't I? So you see how I've got my layer here, but see how I'm still seeing bits of white?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, no, I made sure, but I should have used that one. And I've cut into that one.
Ah, never mind.
Never mind. All that I'm going to do is I could continue that blend. I'm not going to for time and speed, because it's still going to work. All that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the what would have been the lighter green. I'm just going to fill in slightly so that I can see what these ones in. And what's lovely with these ones is you'll always know them as your different ones from your other set, because this is a burgundy brown blend of pen, burgundy.
It's got a burgundy barrel.
It's a burgundy barrel as well.
Yeah.
So you've got that burgundy barrel, different from your black ones or even your deep grey ones.
Just loves that. Loves it when you say burgundy barrel. I've never seen that. That's the happiest I've heard him all day, Craig.
Yeah, he does like that. To be fair, last week when we launched these, it was Johnny and Nicola it was on. Nicola loved it as well.
Did she?
When I seen her the other day, she had me saying it. So yeah, burgundy barrel. So that'll be a new one.
Lots of questions coming in. In the tricolour, is the lightest colour classed as the main or base colour, or doesn't it matter?
Doesn't
Asked
matter.
Celtic Flower.
Really good question, and it's one that I had when I first got my set. It doesn't matter. Some of them you can see that one is a light, one's a medium, and one's a dark, but there's other ones, like for this one, I can kind of see that's a dark, that's a medium green, and that's a lighter green. But some of the other ones, it's hard to tell, and that's because it doesn't actually matter. What the Spectrum Noir team have done is they've managed to just zone it in to the actual different colour families that will blend perfectly together.
Peggy Wiscockle says, what kind of cardstock are you using, and what is the best one for blending, please?
Right, so let me just pop this one onto here. So the cardstock that I would use to colour onto is Nina cardstock. The only reason I've coloured onto my multi-purpose cardstock is because I was doing a few steps to show you. So I've stamped this one. So usually, something like this, I would just stamp onto my multi-purpose card because I'm not adding any colour. But because of the show and that, instead of bringing out another piece of Nina cardstock, stamping it out, colouring, etc., I used what I had. In saying that, if you do run out of Nina, don't worry, don't panic. You can use white multi-purpose. You know, as you can see there, you get a lovely blend, but the best one is going to be your Nina if you can get your hands on it because of the fibre layers on the cardstock. So hopefully that helps. So yeah, Nina all the way, but white multi-purpose is a good substitute if needed. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with these layers. So this white is 4.5 by 4.5. The old gold is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. And then what I'm going to do is if I bring in my little shaker, and I'm going to bring in also my sequins. So I'm going to use the red sequins you get with this one being a coral colour. So I'm going to use this. But what you do have is if you want to create your own little sequin shaker, you've got these 3 dies here. Die cut them a number of times onto your different cardstocks. That's going to create your shaker. Now I like to pop my shaker elements onto my card and then pop my shaker over the top.
They're coming for free in this deal, which is awesome.
That's a really good deal, isn't it, to get it for free?
Nice that there's a variation of different sizes in there as well.
Yeah, you've got smaller, larger circles, you've got some love hearts, you've got some stars in there as well. So a really nice selection. Now this is my preferred way of doing it. What some people will do, Joe, is pop the sequins inside, cut another piece of acetate and put that over the top, and that sandwiches it in. You can do that, there's nothing wrong with that. I just prefer doing it this way.
Awesome.
So all that I'm doing is I'm making sure that these little bits of sequins aren't going to be in the way of my foam on a roll. So if I then bring that in, I'm just going to make sure I've pressed it. I like a full shaker, and then look at that. You've got a shaker. Shaker, good to go. And the reason I still want to use that coral red is because it works well with the green. So if I put that into there, very, what's the word, like tropical feel, I would say, when it comes to this one.
Catherine says, I'm realising that my partying habits have changed. The alcohol in my life is now mainly in the pens.
I like that.
That's funny, isn't it?
That is good, I like that.
Let's get that made into a stamp, I think.
Could be a stamp, couldn't it? It could be. And then what I'm going to do with this one is, we've got these ones. So I have cut this banner. So I've cut that into a piece of a white multi-purpose for this one. And I've gone in with the stamp that says, have a blooming wonderful day. You've also got Born to Bloom and Friends are flowers that never fade. So you've got that one. And then you've also got this one here for the circle center of your flower, which I'm sure I did have, which I did. So there we go. So I've die cut it, stamped it, and then also using my ice grey too, I have then gone in and just gone around the circles. So that could go in there if you wanted to, and then you could in actual fact, I am going to do that. I quite like that in the centre. Pop on my little banner. I'm going to pop that one into there, and then let's go in with some of my pads. I'm going to add that there. I could, of course, just use my foam on a roll. Pop this one on. So a nice way to get started if you're a beginner by doing no stamping, no colouring whatsoever, or you can start it going up a level by stamping and going around with your ice grey and then just leaving that. Or then if you want to progress that a little more, come in with your tricolour or any alcohol pens that you've got, and then
that's gorgeous,
use that one. So keeping it simple, but a few different ways that you can then just make that background just go wow and stand out.
It is brilliant. It's almost like you created your own printed papers, isn't it? Remember as well, you're saving more than you're spending here. So it should be £76 or $104. That comes down to later £35 or $50. Let me again share with you what we're getting in here then. So you're actually getting, pretty sure this is a full collection on these as well, isn't it? We launched 4 shapes, and that's exactly what you've got here. Cheers to you. You've got Eau de Parfum. I love that you've got all the embellishments with the dies and the stamps, and you've got sentiments in each one of those too. So it's all about you creating a full project from each one of these collections. You've got the butterflies in there, and you've also got the flowers there too. You're going to then get the Centura Pearl, which is amazing. You're going to get some heavyweight Aztecs, perfect for creating these. Some foam on a roll. Johnny, do you get a tape pen in here? You don't in this one. I'll level with you, right? I've got a Rogue tape pen. I don't know where it's come from. There we go. £28 or $40 to get that as a platinum member, which is a fraction of what you should be paying. You do get as well, though, in there, you get the sequins included, which is amazing. We have managed to track down the home for the tape pen, don't worry. Let's move on to the panels, which launched yesterday. I'm just going to grab them from over here. Oh, these have been so incredibly busy. Yesterday when we launched them, we showed you them again earlier today. They were busy through our earlier launch day shows up. And this is, in case you hadn't realised, the final deal. There is no other deal after this. It's there. It's on the description. If you want to get these, you're going to need to be quick for them. They're really cool because they are 2 little slimline embossing folders in each one of these collections. So I'll tell you what you've got. You've got Woodland Splendour. That one there is Bloom and Grow. You've also got Decorative Swirls, or Squirrels, however you call them. That one there is your Vintage Swirls. You've got your Textured Knits. Very organic, that one. That's your traditional textiles. You've got Classic Damask, Garden Beauties, Beautiful Blooms, and also the Timeless Tiles as well. Brilliant value here because you're getting 10 sets. So they're working out about £6 a set. That's about £3 per embossing folder. That is before you have taken your Club Inspired discount off. And the other thing, that is also going to get you the gilding rest. It's the silver one as well. Which is amazing. So it's not all that often in stock, this one. So it's brilliant we've been able to include that for you. I love the smell of it. Let's move on. So next up, we are going to have a little look at the florals, which is where the tape pen belongs. We tracked it down. These are beautiful dies. What I love about these is that they are kind of modern. They're a little bit abstract maybe as well, but you can create beautiful cards with very minimal techniques. Look, we do a bit of an inky background, or maybe you've even got pattern papers that you want to lay these over. They're going to look very arty in very little time, which is brilliant. So that one there, that's your traditional rose. You've also got here your dainty dahlia, and you will get the blushing poppy also in there. And then what you're getting is you are getting this one here, which is your copper centura pearl. You're going to get the low tack tape. You're going to get the pokey tools and the tape pen as well. So absolutely everything that you need. A really wonderful project there for you. You buy 2 of the dies, you get 3. So you get a die for free, and then you get all the other bits as well. And they would all come to $30.93 or $38.81 if you bought them individually. So absolutely fantastic. I love the leaves. What stamp set is that from, Shireen, Craig?
The leaves, that was from that same set?
From that actual set?
From that actual set, yeah.
Veronica says, I'm usually confused on what cardstock is best used per product. I'd like more tutorials and info on that, please. Ooh, I wonder where you'd find out about that. I know Leanne had some Colour Me Happy, and she takes a deep dive, doesn't she, into all things. I would
say, yeah, Colour Me Happy.
Yeah, Colour Me Happy. That is a place for you if you want to be able to get a better grasp and understanding of that. Right, we are going to move on. Remember, you can get in touch with me, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube, if you've got a question that you would really like answering. Don't forget about the free gift that you are getting, of course. Everyone's going to be getting a free gift when they spend over £10 or $dollars today, and it is that amazing chapel, Village Chapel. We've also got, as well, when you're spending over £50 or $dollars, you're going to, of course, receive the free paper pad, and then the glitter markers as well when you're spending over £100 or $dollars. And make sure you join us every day during our birthday event, because there's a new daily changing gift. Nonna says, Joe, when you get single figures of the embossing folders, you could sing, it's the final countdown. I've done it for you already, but yeah, I'll give it a go. Joe, I always enjoy it when you're on. Lots of laughs and trivia facts. Thank you.
Well,
do you?
Yeah.
Thank you, Craig. I love it when we're on together.
I do.
You and I here together.
You and I.
Right, let's move on. What would you like to share with us next, Craig?
We are going to be having a look at our frame dies. So these ones, I am here, our what they're called? Framed floral creator cards. So I was looking for my guillotine there. So I just want to check the size of my card. So what I've got here is a piece of my multi-purpose white cardstock, and I'm cutting this one to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And what you can do with these ones, you've got 2 dies in each set. So you've got the detail die, which will cut into your cardstock, and you also get the outline die as well. So that's going to take it out of your cards. That's going to create a separate element. Now, I know I've said this time and time again, if you are new to us, if we do die ranges, create a card ranges with this outside die, I very rarely, probably never actually use the outside die, Joe. I always just cut my card to the size I want. So for instance, I've cut my card to 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then I'm going to pop my die over the top and cut it. So that's going to give me a frame. If I did use the outline die, that's going to give me a thinner frame all the way around. Of course, I want a little bit of a thicker frame, so I just go in with my guillotine, cut my card to size, and then I'm going to pop my tape in to hold it in. So we can then come back in with our plates. So once again, these size-wise will all fit through your junior, they'll fit through your midi, of course they'll fit through your OG as well as your pro. If you're using your pro, you could cut this layer, you could cut a different layer, you could cut a sentiment at the same time, your embellishment decorations if you want to. But the good thing is they all go through your A5 machines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one out, and either using your die tool, I mean, look at that, look how perfect these cut. Just be careful because there's a couple of little curvy bits, so you just need to make sure that you don't catch them on the side of the other parts of the petals. But all you're going to do is pop them ones out. So I'm using my pokey tool for this one and going in, taking again any.
I just love the style of this.
I do,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very arty, isn't it? It's very modern, a little bit abstract. I just think if you want to make really lovely modern cards, it's going to be great for that. I guess we could snip elements of this away if we wanted to and create individual embellishments too, Craig.
Of course you could, absolutely. And in actual fact, a couple of weeks ago on a Sunday, I was on Colour Me Happy. It was myself on this side and Debbie Fisher on the other side. And it was all about our metallic range at Spectrum Noir. And I actually used this die in a way in how you can colour it in different ways. So you can always check that one out back on our YouTube if you so wish. But you can see how well that just pops out. So all that I'm going to do is bring in the one that I've already done, nothing different. That can go into my box to use another time. And what's lovely with these ones is these are very easy and therapeutic to paper piece. If you love that, then it's a nice one to do that with.
Yeah, those hold and release sheets would be brilliant for that, wouldn't they?
They would, they really, really would. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of pattern paper and just from my stash, and what I'm going to do, it is, let's just see, that is 5.5 by 5.5. This is why I created my own layer at 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, because I want that pattern paper to be shown at the back, but I don't want it to be shown around the edges. So that's why this is slightly smaller than this top panel. So all that I'm then going to do is I'm taking my tape off. I've used a piece of our black matte cardstock, which I have then cut down to, I will remind you, or remind myself, because I can't remember, 6 by 6. And this is going to give that a nice shadow.
It's galactic, doesn't it, without the flowers?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now that could be with your shimmer ink pads, that could be with your
Nice.
water reactive ink pads if
How
you
are we doing
want
on
to.
those shimmer ink pads, Johnny? Oh, it's about 20 odd left now.
Not going to be many at
if you
all.
want them.
So what I'm doing is I'm going in with my tacky glue, 'cause that's my choice of adhesive, and I'm just going round the edges. And when it comes to the detail of this die, you can use your sprays, your dotty tape runner, or if you've got your A4 adhesive sheets, you can use them. but for me it takes very little time to go in with your tacky glue, because all that you're doing is sketching over some of the background, not at all, because the glue will start to spread out once you put pressure.
A little question here from my little melting pot. So I love these framed florals. If I wanted to use the gilding flakes on these, would it be better to use glue or double-sided tape?
So it depends on where you want to apply them. So if you were wanting to just have a full background with the flakes, your sheets would be the best way, adhesive sheets. If you are wanting to cherry pick sections, your glue pen would be the best, because you can go in and use it as a colouring medium. Colour in between, let the blue glue start to go clear, and then you can apply your gilding flakes.
Brilliant.
So yeah, any adhesive you can use with the gilding flakes. It just depends on where you want to put the gilding flakes. So
awesome.
Then what I'm going to do is I've taken card blank that's 7 by 7. Once again, I will keep reference if you are new. I know we're getting new viewers, well, I was about to say every week, every day. And I like white borders. I know some people don't, and they'll do their edges of their cards, their toppers, right to the edge of the card. I like a nice white frame all the way around.
I quite like a big border.
It does work. Please don't ever be afraid of white space. You can, of course, make that smaller to 6 by 6 if you want to. You could do 8 by 8, frames it. So I've got 1 frame, 2 frame, and that's basically a triple frame all the way around, which makes that stand out that you can see here. And then all that I'm going to do now is these sentiments that we've got on the show as well, Joe, I'm going to go in with the just. So I'm going to die cut these ones, and then I'll also stamp the sentiment in place.
Brilliant. Veronica would like to know, could I use the floral die on a foil press? Great question.
You can indeed. Yes, you can do. Yep, just over that 5-inch mark, so yes, you can do.
But it's going to be quite nice because it's quite fine linear detail, isn't it?
It's a fine line that you get. It looks beautiful, and absolutely go ahead and try it. So taking this one.
Carol saying the rose over that pink background is positively stunning. And Julie saying beautiful background for those beautiful blooms. Wow. Oh, you okay? Do you drink? Do you know what? Are you coming? Yes, let's come back to me. Let me just recap it then exactly what is in this particular bundle for you. We have got your florals. So let's take you through what you're getting. You're only paying for 2 of these, and you're getting the rest of the collection for free. So you've got your traditional rose. You've also got your dainty dahlia. Dahlia? What are we thinking? Dahlia, I think so. You're also getting the blushing poppy in there. You'll then get this gorgeous cardstock. You've got the low tack tape in there. You've got the pokey tools, and you'll also get your tape pen too. A really lovely selection of goodies there. £35 or $45 if you want to get your hands on that. Save you £30 or $38. So a really good deal. Kind of got we're like Beautiful Beginnings kind of cartload tonight, aren't we? We've got some extra good savings on here. Any other questions you've got, please keep getting them into me. We've had loads of brilliant questions so far this evening. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. Back to you, Craig, you all right? Do you have a frog in your throat?
All good. I thought my mouth was going dry, so I'm drinking my water, and then it backfired.
Oh dear.
That's what made me go on. But anyway, all good now. So die cut out that outline of the just, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Noir Black alcohol proof. So I'm going to ink it up, and I would be doing it on my purple stamping mat anyway, but of course by doing it contrast of colour, it lets you see with ease how you're going to line up. So I'm going to try not to stick my head in the way, but I'm going to get that into position. So you can, there you go, perfect shot, George, thank you. Well, you see how you can see that white outline all around that black? That lets me know and see that I'm in that perfect position. So all that I'm going to do is press, and then that removed gives me just in that perfect position. When it comes to the outline of the die, of course you could use any other inks. I've just gone in with that black to really set it off. And then what I also need to do, within these sets you've got additional little sentiments included. So for instance, the just, you also get to say, so it'll be just to say. Now you can use your stamping platform. For little ones, I do prefer to use just a little acrylic block that I have. And all that I'm going to do is roughly get that into the middle, and I'm going to stamp to say.
Very, very busy in this show, Craig. We've got some excellent products, some brilliant deals in the show today. That earlier launch, those edgeables. Have you had a chance to get your hands on those edgeables yet, Craig?
Sorry, Joe?
Have you had a chance to get your hands on those edgeables yet?
I did. So I actually done the UK launch them on Hobby Maker on Monday.
Show off.
And yes, very, very busy as well there. But I knew it would be busy here.
Yeah, no, it's been
Really
very busy on those. Lots of questions still coming in. Keep them coming across, and I will pop them over to Craig in a few minutes. Susan says, thank you for the tips to the gilding flakes, Craig. I've not used mine yet. Next technique to conquer. Let us know how you get on, Susan.
Absolutely.
We'd love to know, wouldn't we, Craig?
Yeah, we really would do. We'd like to know how you use your projects, what you use them with, or what you use them for. So do let us know, because it even gives us ideas as well. We all bounce off at each other. I know many of you at home, you thank us for the ideas that we give to you. Trust us or trust me when I say we get ideas from all of you at home as well. So it's lovely to see. And then there I've done a drop shadow with a piece of the black cardstock, just another piece of the black matte cardstock, and I'm going to go in with foam pad here, and I'm just going to even out the edge there and then what we can do is bring in the to say. Now once again, you can pop that onto a black matting layer. I'm not going to. I'm going to bring this one in here, and I'm going to put just, and then I'm going to do to say underneath.
That's stunning, Craig. If we were doing a card of the day, I think that would have definitely have won.
Oh, thanks, Joe. That's really kind of you to say. So
what big awards happening on Sunday night? Oh,
what
sort of awards? Crafter of the Year and Demo of the Year. So how do people get involved to vote on Demo of the Year? Oh, we've got all the demos of the months standing by. And how do you win Crafter of the Year? Person with the most stars. Oh.
No, I think I'm joint in the lead.
Oh. It's going to be tight. Oh. I mean, it's a shame it didn't go for a couple more weeks.
I know,
you had the momentum, didn't you?
Yeah.
You've shot up in the last few weeks.
I did. I really did. So yeah. Ooh.
And then we're going to start again with the stars next week. Oh, fresh start. That's what we all need. That is beautiful, Craig. It really, really is.
Thank you, Joe. Yes, so keeping it simple and a couple of mats and layers, all that is, a little bit of stamping as well, just to say. Now, you can take it to another level if you want to do your own inky background, but a piece of pattern paper, that could be any that you've got at home, and see how well having that just sitting down below the side of to say, it just works, pulls it together. But of course you could have it higher up in the middle, that's up to you, but just to say, and then that is one with your framed floral create a card dies.
Delightful, Craig. Got some questions coming in. Lisa Turner, oh no, sorry, I'll go to this one from Paul first. Paul says, how would you find an envelope for larger odd size cards, Craig?
Our envelope maker, or our Ultimate Pro, or something along like that.
Some great deals for those over on the website as well at the moment. I don't know what that noise was, sorry. It was like I sounded like a French bulldog waiting for a treat, didn't I? I nearly snorted then. Lisa Turner says, can you stamp the sentiment and then cut it out, rather than cut it out and then stamp it?
You You can do it any way that you want. Whatever you find easier, you do it.
Amazing. Veronica's got an idea. She says, how about cutting the floral die, then put the embossing powder on it, then colouring in with the new tri-blend pens?
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Yeah, give that a shot.
Does indeed. Great cards you make. Shireen says, that was really bad, wasn't it?
That was good.
I'm having too much fun in this hour, I really am. Shireen says, I could imagine the leaves. I asked about with the. So let me try it again. I can imagine the leaves I asked about with the lion from the Academy colour in the middle of them, like he was peeking through. That would look amazeballs. It would look amazeballs. I might even go as far as say it would look shamazeballs, actually. A lot of love coming in for that last card there as well. Jeannie says, Craig, when you start a project, what do you pick first, the die, the paper, or the style of cards? That is a brilliant, brilliant question.
That is a really good question, and it's one I would possibly say it's the one that I get asked the most. So usually it's either, because believe it or not, it's not actually the die or the stamp or that I start with. I'll maybe know, for instance, fancy floor, maybe I need to do a demo or a project with these ones. So I know I've got to use these. I'll either start with a pattern paper that I really like, and then I will pick out colours from that pattern paper. Or if I'm not using pattern paper, I'll just have a think. I'll maybe go into Pinterest, have a look at colours that work together. If you've maybe got your colour wheel from our original compendium box, have a little look. Couple of colours that go together, that is then the colour theme that I go on. But very, very rarely do my projects start off with starting with the die or the stamp or that. It's either pattern paper or the colour cardstock first.
Question. I've had a lovely message in from Karen McLean. She says, I work with adults with learning difficulties and I've just started to teach them to make cards. They are so creative. I just love their faces when they make a gorgeous card. Thank you all for the inspiration. How lovely is that?
Oh, that's such a lovely comment. That's such a lovely message.
Beautiful.
Thank you for sending that in.
Lots and lots of love for that last card as well. And Holly says, Happy Halloween, Craig and Joe. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you. What day is actual Halloween? Monday?
Monday.
I'm off on Monday.
Oh, yeah, so am I.
I wonder if I could, do something. Does anything, happen on Halloween?
What, sorry?
Does anything, happen on Halloween? No, apart from guising, as you call it.
Guising, yeah.
Is there, anything for adults to do on Halloween?
I don't know.
I've never been off on Halloween. Any ideas of how I should spend my Halloween in the UK, in the southeast of England preferably, not here in the northeast? You let me know. Right, I think I'm going to take a really quick break, give you an opportunity to check your baskets out, because it's very, very busy across on the website at the moment. Why don't we share with you all the details of Club Inspire? Take a look.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
One that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? Yeah. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those three people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away. We're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
Very, very busy. Lots of you checking out there under that last piece of video. Catherine says, I don't know what that was. I'm all about the sound effects tonight, aren't I? She says, I love your shirt, Craig. May I ask where you got it? It's brilliant.
I'll tell you, I think we can do it because there's no rules when we're on social. Amazon. Yeah.
Amazon.
Just primed it, yeah. There was a lot of different choices, as I said earlier on. Design's the same, but the hats were different colours if you wanted.
I haven't been home for ages, and I have a Halloween shirt, and I forgot to wear it last year, and I've also forgotten to bring it with me again for this year. I'm not going home until after Halloween. Kimberlick says, I've never really chatted before this birthday celebration. Always wanted to, but was too shy, and this is a fun group. Well, welcome to the group. And Tim says, do you think at some point Crafters Companion could do a piece all about parchment craft? I have a lot of stuff, but I'm struggling with colours and designs. We can ask the question, absolutely. And Kim says, a big Halloween party this weekend, had 70 people attend. The biggest ever for us, and we have been doing this for 28 years. It is an event we all look forward to. A woman, you know her as well, she presents at another channel, Sally. She decorates a house for Halloween.
Have you seen her house?
Have you seen it for this year? Oh my word. Go and have a look after the show. I think Sally Jack's TV Mum socials are. She's transformed the house into Pirates of the Caribbean. And I'm talking, there is a full-size pirate boat on her front lawn. It moves, there's like skeletons with things coming. It's unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely unbelievable.
She does crafty things, she shares them as well. Like
she does lots of crafty, she builds lots of it herself.
That's right.
And that kind of stuff. It's very clever.
Yeah, I think there's something, you don't quote me on what she's put, but something like, Pirates, please stop here. And she's done it herself in wood, you know, with the stains and everything like that.
It's awesome. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Skeletons move. She built the skeletons herself.
She does do it for her son, Frankie Jack.
Yeah.
I think she does it for herself as well. But.
I'm lucky I get a birthday card for my mum. Right, let's move on. We're going to move on to these amazing edgeables. Now, these are brilliant because you've got 6 in this collection. You get 3 dies in each here as well. Now, this one here is your flowers and swirls. These are the kind of things you'll be able to create with this. What I love, though, is the variation of projects you can create from the one set of dies. So they do have true versatility. The value for money is already off the chart with these, but think about all the different themes you're going to be able to take these into. That's amazing. That was your sensational scallops. You've also got modern mosaic there. This one here, now that is your modern mosaic as well. This is my favourite, this one here. It's got a little bit of a sort of Maharaja theme to it, I think. Yeah, I really, really love that one. Then we also have the Edwardian chic just there. And again, this is, I love the amount of texture you can create with them. And again, 2 cards there from the same Edgeable, but look at how different they are. I mean, it is really quite remarkable, the different ways you can take these. So that is that one. Then we also have your Elegant Opulence, which is going to create that kind of style for you. Absolutely beautiful. And last but by no means least, you've also got the Pretty Lace there. What a showstopper of a project that one is. $89.94 or $101.70. It saves you £44.97 or $54.85. And the reason it saves you that is because you are getting some really rather amazing freebies included. So here is, of course, your linen cardstock. And this is what is running low in this collection. And if you, this is worth, on its own, it's worth $14.99 or $19.95. But this will be the first thing that goes. When this goes, we'll still bring you the dies, and we'll still bring you the other 2 freebies, but it will be the same price. So if you want this, you will have to act quickly. We don't have a huge amount. You're going to get those gorgeous vellums included, and we'll also throw into there as well the 12 by 12 paper pad. As I said, those additional items there are worth £45 or $55, which is glorious. $71.95, $81.36 if you are a platinum member. Terry says the Edgeables are the fanciest I've ever seen. And Jeannie says I want these so bad. I'm an Edgeable girl for sure. They're excellent, Craig, aren't they? Really, really beautiful. It's the level of intricate detail we managed to get away with in these dies that always blows me away.
They blow me away as well, and I've seen them before we're actually launching them on Hobby Maker. The things that you can do with them are exquisite. The initial concept is layering them up one on top of the other. It's creating that escape sort of effect as it goes down, but as Joe was showing you, you can do many, many different things with them. So what I've got here is I've taken a card blank that I created myself with a large piece of Centura Pearl and cut it down to a card blank that is 6 by 6. And then all that I've done is right on the edge of my card, I've popped the largest die right up against the right-hand side and run that one through. So that gives me this beautiful edge on the edge of my card. That is actually going to be the bottom of my card, so it doesn't have to be on the edges. And then I'm taking a couple of these deep colours of cardstocks, and what I'm going to do, using this same die, I'm going to go in, and this one, it is 6 by 5 3/4. So I'm going to come in. And what I would say, because I noticed, if maybe you are this lady up my way to mention, because I can't remember her name, but she popped into the HSN group the other day and said that the dies are cutting quite to the edge, or they're overcutting to the edge. They're longer than 6 by 6. So the actual design, so the design from there to there where my fingernails are, that's 6 by 6.
Ah, perfect.
These edge bits here, where the die ends, that is just over 6 inches.
So it's going to be, so if you cut it to 6 by 6, it's going to cut it all the way out.
You will get the full design. Yeah,
lovely.
Absolutely. So it is 6 by 6. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to then pop that into place. So the base of my die is at my card, and then pop that one in.
What time's your Facebook Live?
Good one. So
Rita was asking.
So my Facebook Live is tonight, or this afternoon, so 9 o'clock here in the UK, so 4 p.m. Eastern time, or 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Awesome.
Or
You know
for you
what's
guys
happening at the
here.
weekend, don't you?
Sorry?
You know what's happening at the weekend?
The weekend.
We're going to be in time difference
Oh,
limbo
yes.
for 2 weeks, Craig, because the timings are changing. So British summertime ends, British summertime, daylight saving starts in the UK? I don't know. But what it means is for a couple of weeks, the timings will be different. So on the East Coast, 7, 10 and 2 is where your shows will be. On the West Coast, 4 a.m, 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. is when you'll find us here on Crafters TV. And after a couple of weeks, it goes back to its normal time. So
It doesn't.
it's going to be great. I'm definitely ready for a little bit more light in the morning, Craig, because 7 a.m. I got up today and it was still dark, totally dark.
Yeah, see, that doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. It does as we are getting to the end of winter, and I'm like, oh, I want spring to hurry up. But at the moment, going into the winter time,
I guess it's the dark evenings is what you don't see. But maybe I'm older now, Craig, because I used to hate it. And now, obviously, I'm up a lot earlier than I used to be. Maybe I'm a grown-up, that's what it is.
Maybe that's exactly what it is. But yeah, the dark nights and even dark mornings, they don't actually bother me. It feels
It's cosy, isn't it?
very cosy.
Get the candles on.
Yeah, lots of candles, because it ain't the heating, that's for sure.
Get the duvet out. Get the duvet off the bed, put it on the sofa.
Oh no, I use my QVC Comfy Home blanket.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
I need a big, heavy, cosy one. I've got lovely little light blankets that are folded delicately over the arms of my sofa, Craig, that are there if you just need a little nap. You know, in the summer, you just need something to snuggle into. But I haven't got a big, warm, cosy...
Not a warm one, no.
Warm one, that's what I need. Quite fancy a heated one, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. That'd be dead good. Are they cheap to run though?
Very cheap. Pennies an hour, yeah.
Oh.
Couple of, few pennies an hour, apparently.
See,
heated, I've never had, and I tell you what, I really do fancy one, Craig, a heated bed sheet.
Oh no, nope.
Amazing. A heated bed sheet, it just sounds like the way forward. And also, Craig, they cost pennies to run, apparently.
No,
it's very energy efficient.
That sounds like hell to me.
Why?
Oh, I hate my bed or bedroom warm. Hate it. Bedroom has to be cold all throughout the year.
But warm in bed,
No.
cold room.
No.
I think it'd be great.
Nope.
But also thermostatically controlled, so you can have a little bit of warmth coming through.
No.
Anyway.
No.
Oh yeah, you can there's a little thing, you can go up hot or down cold. Yeah, it's brilliant, it's the way forward. The teal and pink looks gorgeous together, says Donna B. Coletta says, yes, I love the dark morning with coffee, rolled up on the sofa, watching CCTV before everyone else is up.
Oh yeah. Sounds amazing. That sounds dead good, that.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
It does. Sounds really nice.
We haven't had a frost yet in the UK, have we, in the morning? I haven't seen a frost on the car yet.
No, not yet.
In the morning. And I think that's a key, that's the sign for me, isn't it, that winter's finally here.
Winter's on its way when the car's frosty and you have to get up 10 minutes extra because you need to take into account that you need to defrost the car. Although this year my car is, because it's a new one from last year, I'll start that again. My car is, how am I trying to word that?
You've got a new car?
Yeah, since last year, and this one's a lot easier and
it's
quicker.
It's your first winter in this new car?
That's it, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Have you got heated seats, Craig?
Heated seats, yeah.
Got a heated steering wheel?
Yeah, oh yeah.
A heated steering wheel.
Yeah.
The future, the way forward. Dietta's got a heated throw, she got it from QVC. Donna says, no, I love a cold bed and bedroom. I have a 3.5 tog duvet all year round. You're going to hate this. I think I have a 12 or 14 tog duvet that I have all year round, Craig.
Oh no.
I have the biggest, heaviest winter duvet even in the summer.
No, couldn't do it.
Delicious.
Nope. No, thank you.
It's still very busy over on the website. Lisa says, I've placed my order for the tricolours, the shaker card collection, and the sequin dies as well. Can't wait for them to arrive. Christine says, beginning of the 70s, they didn't put the clocks back one year, and I remember it was well after 10 a.m. before it was daylight. Imagine that.
Could you imagine
We
that?
just didn't do it. But apparently we were going to, if we'd have stayed in the European Union, Craig, we would have abolished daylight saving.
Would we?
Because the EU is getting rid of daylight saving across the entirety of the EU, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise that. No, I didn't know that. Oh, no.
Roxanne says, I'm with Craig. I sleep with a window cracked open every night during the cold winter months.
And, because it was on last night, a fan. Yep.
And a fan. Have you got used to having the fan on since the summer when it was super hot and now you can't sleep without it?
Not just this summer, for years I've been like that, yeah. And I think I am that used to the noise of a fan that it actually helps me sleep.
Rachel says, Joe, why don't you crochet a blanket? I made one for me and one for my hubby, so warm and cosy. I have actually started doing some crochet. I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram this week, Craig. I am crocheting a scarf.
Oh no, I did see that, Joe.
Yeah,
I did see that.
crocheting a scarf. It's fabulous. I forgot how mindful it was and relaxing. It's really lovely. It's not very good though, Craig. It was going well, then it got a bit skinny, and then it got a bit fat, and then it's come back normal again. But surely that's all part of the charm, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Serena says, I can't get over the intricacy of these edgeables. The entire collection fell into my cart. as it should. They are absolutely gorgeous, but we are running desperately low now on that linen cardstock. So when the linen cardstock goes, it will still be £89.94 or £101.70, but you'll just get the 12 by 12 and the vellum. You won't get the linen cardstock. So I wanted to get the best value. I want to get £45 worth of freebies rather than £30 worth of freebies.
It's the versatility in them, Joe. Instead of it being one die, with it being the 3 dies, each one is so well designed and detailed, but because they complement each other, they're different but they complement, and the initial concept is by layering them up on top of each other, so your large, your medium, and then your smaller one. But the fact is, because they are separate dies, you can then be using them in so many different ways. So some of the ones you were showing, you could be using them as an easel, twisted easel. You know, you can then start to use them in some form of an aperture card. So it really is versatile. Then marry up the colour. So if you use the paper pads that you were showing, it's going to look different compared to this one here with the deep tones, which is all from Secret Garden. So you can get a really sophisticated look to it, or you could get that real fun look if you're going to use your bright colours, or even just using your pastel tones, and that would work as well. And it's a good way to add something extra to your cards. Maybe you're doing a simple card, maybe you're doing a detailed card with a topper or sentiment, but you want something extra. Even just one of these dies on the edges. Doesn't have to be all 3, even if it's just one. It's a nice delicate way to add that extra detail to your card or your project. But going in with these sentiments, as I was saying, the pattern paper, the cardstock, is from A Secret Garden, but we're going to go into there, and then the ink that I've used was the Lagoon, so we can take this one. The sentiment was actually from Spread Your Wings, which is from the Hummingbird, as well as the die.
Cynthia says, I love the flexibility and the versatility of these dies. They are brilliant. I love the fact that you've got the option here. You could use one, you could mix a couple of them together, you could use all 3 together. You can also mix and match across the different collections as well. So, you know, don't stop you taking the large die from one part of the collection and a small one from another one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Putting that little bit of acetate at the bottom just to even it out, because of course it is symmetrical, but it is an uneven surface. And whichever way you choose to use them, I've used them in a way of creating a height with foam pads. You don't have to, they can be completely flat, but really beautiful, so sophisticated, so elegant, and you're going to get a different look and effect depending on which set that you use from the delicate lace.
Absolutely, you are right. Let me recap what you're getting in here then. So you've got, of course, your flowers and swirls, which is going to give you this kind of finish, which is awesome. You've then also got in here the sensational scallops, which has got that finish on it. Then you've also got your modern mosaics as well, which is giving you this. Absolutely stunning. They really are. Then after that, we have then got our Edwardian chic there for you. Then you're also going to get the elegant opulence, and it is opulent, isn't it? And I love the fact you can just have them on any ratio as well, which is brilliant. Aspect, not ratio, aspect, Joe. And then you've got the pretty lace there too. Again, an absolutely glorious collection, which is wonderful. Don't miss out on them. Don't miss out on it whilst you are getting as well all 3 of the freebies, which is definitely what I want you to take advantage of. I'll just recap what those are. So at the moment, if you're ordering right now, you will get the luxury linen card as well as the other freebies. This is going to go very shortly though, and once it does go, we'll still have, quite possibly by the end of this show, we'll still have the other elements for you. So you still get the vellum and you'll still get the paper, but actually I want you to get it whilst you've got the linen cardstock, because then of course you are getting the best value, which is what we always want you to get here at Crafters TV. Let me share with you this as well. You're also getting the 12 by 12 pad in there for you as well, so snap that up. Very busy on that across on the website. Not many of those left actually. If everyone checks out that's got that in their basket, it would be, or would probably be very close to sell out there, so please be quick for it. Now want to take a moment to remind you of this, our advent calendar, the 2022 advent calendar. It's beautiful. It really over £80 worth of goodies within here for you, which is amazing. And it just is great. Have we still got this on the 2-4? Buy 2, you'll get 20% off of this. So I think you can get 2 of these for £64 as a platinum member. So as a platinum member, one is 40, then you pay another 24 for the other one. I know, it's great value, isn't it? But what I love about this is it's almost like you promising a little bit of time to yourself every day through December. You're making an appointment with yourself to sit down and do a little bit of crafting. Craig, are you planning on bringing us some inspiration for the advent calendar? And for anyone that's new to it, what does that look like?
Absolutely, I am. So this year what we're doing is, this is now what, the 4th year I've done what I'm just away to say, changing it slightly this year. So all throughout December, from the 1st of December up till the 24th, I'll be doing a variation of Facebook Lives and videos as well. It's near impossible for me to do a Facebook Live every single night. 1, because of my health, and 2, because it takes a lot of time to actually do them. So this year, there will be a lot of Facebook Lives, but it will be a mix. And what we're doing is we're going to be opening the door like we have done each and every other year, and we're going to get creative. So in each night we're going to actually make something from behind that door. Previous years I've not known what's behind that door. This year I do know, and I've actually got a set of what's behind each door. The reason being is...
What's your favourite door?
Actually, number 6, I can't answer that one.
Number 6, please.
Number 6. So what I'd been doing previously, if you didn't already know, was I would open them up, not knowing what's behind there, and we'd make something completely live at the spur of the moment. That's hard sometimes. Now, although that I was happy with what I created, I just felt, because I had no time to think, I couldn't think of all the different possibilities. So therefore, this year, we're going to be able to push the boundaries of what we have created, or what we're going to be creating.
Greg, number 6 is good, isn't it?
It's good, isn't it?
I've opened it, it's in my hand. I can't show you. I'm going to delicately put it back in without anyone seeing, Craig.
Put it back. So it just means though that now that, because I know what's in them, I can pre-prep some things and we can start to incorporate lots of different techniques and instead of just hoping that I'll do something good off the top of my head, which is quite hard sometimes.
And you've got a massive door on the back as well. What a massive back door. Let me just...
do you want me to tell you something about that?
About the back door?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So,
I love a back door fact.
And this is just giving you a heads up. You don't need to do this. This is a little heads up. I am actually using the paper pad throughout the whole month, or the whole time. So I'm actually going to be opening day 24 alongside door number 1. Because I think that makes sense. Because you've got a paper pad, you want to be using it while you are using the dies, the stamps, etc., etc. You don't need to do what I'm doing, but I think it makes sense that we can use the elements within the advent calendar with the paper pad all throughout the month. And for me anyway, I'm not really going to miss door 24 because it'll be Christmas Eve and I'll just be like a kid at Christmas time. No pun intended.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it, Craig? You can't see it. There we go. Putting it in there. I'm just having a little look. I did open number 6. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone at home, please. Don't forget as well, if you go for a second one of these, you get 20% off both of them, which is brilliant. So that means you can get, as a platinum, you get one for £40, and you get another one for an extra £24. So 2 of them will be £64. Sorry. The other brilliant thing about this as well, what a brilliant thing to buy for you and a friend, Craig. Because it's something that you could do together, isn't it, with someone. Maybe you don't get to see people enough, or maybe you have something like a craft club, but people just don't get together in December. You know, everyone's too busy doing their own thing, aren't they? So a little appointment with each other just to sit down and do some crafting. So always splits the comments when we look in the advent calendar. Lynn's husband has hid their advent calendar. I was too tempted to open it. There we are. I want to see what's behind the number 6 now. I'm sorry, I can't show you. Mary Beth says, Joe, don't show it! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. I won't, don't you worry. And Catherine says, I'm so forgetful these days. It doesn't matter if I take a peek in the advent calendar. It'll be just as exciting on the day.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Make sure you grab a hold of that It's been exceptionally busy since we launched it in this birthday event. Right, we're going to go and have a little look at these next. It is your fancy sentiments that we've got here. Now, these are brilliant because we've got you a collection which gives you both the festive ones and the everyday ones. Do you know what I'd like to do? Little straw poll in the comments. How are people doing with their Christmas crafting? Percentage-wise, how far done are you? Let me know in the comments. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. Craig or Bagel, where are you at with yours? Not even started?
No, I'm just going to do what I'd done last year, and that was many of my Christmas demos that I'd done on the show. They're going to be going to family and friends.
Stealing, I think they call that.
No, the demos that I've done, thank you very much. I've used my time to prep them.
Are you in here like stealing Debbie Robinson's demos that she's done, put back in the box?
Not at all. All my own ones.
If you see him rifling, around sample coordination like this, then you'll know what's happening. Let's go back to these sentiments then. This one here, believe in the magic of Christmas. That one there is your Jingle All the Way. You're also getting Let It Snow.
Let it snow, let it snow.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. A Merry Christmas, is that one there? Then
Merry
you've got
Christmas,
Happy
baby.
Holidays. I like Happy Holidays because it encompasses lots of other things.
It does.
Could be Diwali, could be Hanukkah,
Of course it
could be Christmas, could be someone who's completely non-religious, but they just enjoy some time off over the festive period.
They do.
It's up to you. It's a really nice one to include. This one here then is Happy Birthday. You will also get Special Friend, and Just to Say, and also thanks very much. You are getting some extra bits in there too, so you're going to get the low-tack tape, which is super handy for these. It's important that you stick these smaller dies down. And you're also going to get the rocker blocks as well, which are perfect for all of that stamping. A brilliant saving again here, £38, over $46 you're saving. Your platinum price today, £32 or $44. Make sure you snap those up. Double points as well. Don't forget about the free gift. When you're spending over 10, you will get that. You will get today's gift, which is your Village Chapel interlace die. We've got some answers in about our Christmas crafting, Craig.
Okay.
Janine, very good, I think, 40% done. I think that's quite good for this time of year. Carol, 0. Lucille, 0. Mary Rhino is 5% done. And Jackie was doing good, but she keeps watching CTV and getting sidetracked. I mean, it's birthday. I didn't get away with it for these couple of weeks. Dorothy wanted to know as well, Craig, will there be some sort of supply list that we need when we do the advent calendar, or will it just be sort of basic stuff?
It will be basic stuff. You'll see during the live what it is that I'm using. I'm not classing it as a craft along because lots of the elements I'll have pre-cut and pre-done. So, because they're round about an hour, and I know people go, yeah, you and your Facebook lives. The one tonight, wait, you see, it'll be a couple of hours. But when you're doing it on a regular basis, night after night, which some of them will be, you know, I have to be quite strict with myself to keep it to an hour. You'll see what I use, and actually that's a good idea. What I could do, because I've taken notes for myself while I've been prepping them, what I've been using, so I might actually put them up just beforehand so that you guys know. So yeah, I'll do that.
Brilliant. There you are. £40, $55 you want to get hold of these ones. You're clutching something, I can see.
Well, what about not necessarily just your cards? Maybe you want to do your own little decors? Maybe you want to do your own little decorations, your own little baubles. Maybe a lovely, beautiful slimline border you could be using. What about the beautiful Christmas tree?
How fabulous is that?
And then what about this snowflake star? Fancy making them? Well, do check out Crafters TV tomorrow, or 9 o'clock tonight here in the UK, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. I'm going to be giving you an extra preview. That's tonight, so an hour after we finish Crafters TV. 3D decoration dies. I know so many of you have been waiting for them. Myself and Sarah have them on Wake Up Call tomorrow, then myself and Joe have the 2-hour launch tomorrow. So just giving you a little tease. And it is, and I'm saying it right now, I said it earlier on, an absolute stonker of a show-stopping deal. It really, really is. You're going to love them. And just say as well, because you create them yourself and you turn them, you bend them, you manipulate them, you can pop them on top of cards, you can use them as pop-outs of cards and that as well. Lots of different ways, not just for your decorations. So that's tomorrow.
Val says that I've got loose lips. She says Joe and Sarah are the worst at keeping secrets. She has to mute Crafters TV whenever she sees the advent calendar pop up because she's so determined that myself and Sarah are going to give too much away. And she really looks forward to your lives and finding out what it is at the time.
Yeah, you can't trust Sarah with the advent calendar. She'd have it all open. She'd have the whole lot open. I did, was it about a week ago? I think actually it was last Wednesday or last Tuesday, whatever day it was, because it's all gone into one. I did show one project, and that was because I just wanted you guys to have an idea of my thinking process about being able to do different techniques. But I promise you, I will not be showing, I will not be sharing any of the other ones I've done until we actually do our lives and our videos. So it's a little extra tease for you. So what I've done here, such a tease, you wee tease. I've used our white multi-purpose cardstock. My original idea and card, I've used our ovals stitched edge. I don't have my set with me, so what I have used is the torn edge oval. I've cut it in our white multi-purpose, as I say, left my die in place, and I've gone over with our new shimmer ink pad raspberry. And then what we get is we get our inner colour, but what we're left with is a crisp, clean white border all the way around. I know that's really hard for you to see on screen, but it's sort of like
Craig, only 20 sets of those ink pads left.
Whoa!
And remember, you get, is it £20 worth of freebies in there as well? So it's absolutely excellent value. The colours in there for you are the Frosty Mint, the Amethyst, Raspberry, Tropic Blue, the Peach Rose and the Starlit Sky. They're gorgeous, aren't they, Craig?
They're absolutely stunning. I had the absolute pleasure of the shimmer ink pads and also our new embossing folders that you were shown earlier to do a reel with them across on Instagram. Actually, I think it's on Facebook as well. Check out the Crafters Companion page. So yes, I managed to get mine a couple of weeks before they launched, and they are absolutely exquisite. They really, really are. The shimmer you get from them, but the coverage you get, the versatility from being able to get really creative with them.
I was agreeing with you, and I just sounded like a cow. I don't know. I was like a really scary cow.
I love working with you, Joe.
Sorry?
I love working with you.
Do you?
Yeah.
I love working with me as well.
Yeah.
I'm only joking. I can't stand it. Elizabeth. Elizabeth says, so many lovely things to buy, so little space to put them, and even. Well, I mean, you'll make space. If you want it that badly, you'll make the space, won't you, Craig?
You do.
We do have fun when we work together, Craig.
Well, we do.
We have a good old giggle.
We really, really do. An absolute blast.
I mean, sometimes too much so.
But yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes it gets told off, but, you know.
Oh, who cares what they're going to do?
What are they going to do? Sack us?
Exactly. Exactly. So, taking that one out there. So there, die cut the outer die of the thanks and stamped it into place. So we have that beautiful sentiment. And then what you see me do a moment ago is also cut my black mat card with that same die. And I'm going to do a drop shadow. And these are two, because I'm actually going to do two cards here. I'll show you two cards. Very, very simple but effective thank you cards. Now, if you don't have any ink, if you are really, really, really brand new to crafting, you don't have any ink pads or that, you could skip this bit and not even do the die cutting, because potentially you won't have dies either. You would just need to get some card blanks. So what you can then do is, taking this one as a guide for now, what I am also going to do, Joe, is I am going to add just a little bit more ink pad just to bring that in that little bit more. But of course, with the shimmer ink pads, you can absolutely do that.
Anyone else want to sing Shim Shimmery when you think of shimmering ink pads?
I will be now.
Shim shimmering,
Shim shimmering, shim shimmery. It's actually
We're
coming.
getting inky and soon you will be too. There we go.
For me, it's coming into
Oh,
Mary
blimey,
Mary Poppins season.
It's Mary Poppins season.
For me, I
Why?
don't know what it is. It's something about Christmas time watching Mary Poppins.
I love
It's not a Christmas film.
I love the original. Oh, we'll buy my sweet red roses.
Yeah,
Love it.
the
One of my
newer
favourite songs from a
ones.
musical, that. It's quite a terrible song as well when you listen to it, but I don't know, there's something quite atmospheric about it.
Yeah, I wasn't too enamoured with the newer one.
Oh, I liked it, I must say. I did love the Angela Lansbury cameo at the end.
Good, wasn't it?
So good, so good. What's that one film for you guys at home that you have to watch at Christmas? Bridesmaids is one we always watch
Really?
at home. I don't know why. It's such a good film. Hilarious.
Gosh.
Elf at Johnny's house.
Yeah.
We'll watch Elf in Johnny's house.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Miracle on 34th
which is
Street.
funny because I always say the new one, and it's 1994.
Oh,
but there's
wow.
obviously 3.
What's the new Christmas franchise that's on Netflix? And they've had a couple now. The Chronicles. So good.
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good. And I think I watched. Is there 2 of them out now?
Yes.
I watched both of them last year, and I must say, Craig,
That are really
blown
good.
away by those.
Well, for me, that was a well-kept secret. I didn't realise Goldie Hawn was appearing in it. Or, well, I say appearing, she was in quite a lot of it, till I actually watched it, which, because I'm a big fan of Kate Hudson, which is, of course, Goldie Hawn's daughter. So I'm a big fan of her as an actress.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
It's Goldie Hawn's daughter.
It's Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Why is she not called Kate Hawn?
Probably that's right, but it's not. She's not Kurt Russell's daughter. She's only Goldie Hawn's daughter, not Kurt Russell.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But yeah.
Honestly, move over TMZ.
No, it's GMB's Ross King.
Sorry?
Don't need him. GMB's Good Morning Britain's Ross King.
GMB, Ross King. I don't
Yeah.
watch GMB. I'm all about BBC News.
Oh,
and
I see.
breakfast.
No, I'm ITV. I'm Good Morning Britain.
Thoroughly BBC in the mornings.
Yeah. No, Good Morning Britain's better. Anyway, so they were good. So, go in. So what I've done there is I've die cut my oval and then I've stamped very much. So then what you could do is you could pop in thanks very much. And that's all that you need to do. So what I'll do is I'll show you my original one, which I'd done the same but with my stitched edge oval. So we have then done thanks very much. So that's one that you could do. And then if I bring in my next card blank, what I've done, Joe, is I've gone in and I've done exactly the same with the oval. So bring that one in. And then with the thanks, not using very much, just the thanks, you can then come along and you can do 3 of them that are on top of each other and just have them sitting that way. So by going in with this one, let's bring in my tape runner. So you're doing thank you cards, which you can, of course, make and sell after Christmas time. Make and pop maybe about 5 of these in a little cello bag, 10 if you wanted to,
Nice.
and then sell them, get a really nice little profit. And of course, they take no time to make. Everyone has got white multi-purpose card in their stash, and this is a 4x6 card blank. So even if you didn't have them, you can make them yourself with your multi-purpose. So you can see we've got that, and then what I'm going to do here is bring in 3 tiny little butterflies. So these were from our original Gemini mini dies bouquet, floral bouquet. It's the one that both myself and Debbie Robinson absolutely love.
They're like 2020, aren't they, those, Craig?
They're quite a few years old, but I use them quite a lot because there's a little flower die that is so, so handy. So, of course, this is butterflies. You could just use a gem if you want to. You don't necessarily have to use one. So having it that way, that looks lovely. But then if you do bring it in with your oval again and not using the stamp, it's a nice way to show how you've got different ways in which you can do it. And then even then, you can have them close together, you can have them spread out across. What I'm going to do is, because I know we're going to take a little break in a moment, so I'll only pop a couple of the backings off the foam pads, because I'll do the rest once we go to a little break. But this will show you how you can use it. And then again, if you wanted to, let's bring in 3 butterflies that we've got here. This is what I mean by I use these tiny, tiny little butterflies a lot. So we could go 1 into there. We can then do 1 into there. And then last but by no means least, I'm going to bring in this last one here.
Bill Hudson's Kate's dad, apparently.
Bill Hudson. I'm wondering if, because is there going to be a third Chronicles?
Oh, I don't know.
If there is, I wonder if Kate Hudson would make an appearance.
I feel like I know Kate Hudson, but I can't picture her.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Sorry?
That film, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Bride Wars. So there we go. 2 very, very simple but effective thank you cards that you can see there, using your fancy sentiments, going in with a little bit of raspberry shimmer ink pad, lots of different ways, different layouts. Keep it simple, keep it fun, detailed if you want. It's up to you, but nice little 4x6 cards.
Delightful, Craig, delightful. She was in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Almost Famous, Bride Wars, and Fool's Gold.
Fool's Gold, yeah.
There you are. A lot of people talking about the Christmas films that they like to watch, or films, any film they like to watch. Home Alone.
Oh yeah,
Serena.
of course.
Craig is the most Christmassy person I know, and I would gather, Craig, all of your days off from the beginning of November will be spent filled with Christmas or Christmas-based things.
Oh yeah, well I'm already in 4 weeks' time thinking and planning ahead of getting my tree and decorations out, pop them up. But yeah, even now when I'm prepping at home or that, I'll have some form of Christmas show or music or something on, because we've got Heart Radio in the UK where it's just Heart Christmas now.
Do you love the build up to Christmas, or do you actually also love Christmas Day?
No, I prefer the build up to Christmas.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, I love Christmas Day, but sometimes it can just be like Christmas Day. It can be a long day.
The Christmas market.
Whereas I love the build up.
Yeah. Who else we got here? Also, Elf. Eleanor Swing Jones says Elf is a great film to watch at Christmas. I love that you did 2 different styles of card there, Craig, with the same die. Very clever. Great way of showing us how to use those. Let me just recap them for you. Exactly what is in here. Here we are. So we've got Believe in the Magic of Christmas. This one here, of course, is Jingle All the Way. You've got Let It Snow there. Merry Christmas. That one there is Happy Holidays. Then we've got Happy Birthday. That one there is Your Special Friend. This is just to say, and of course, thanks very much as well. £40 or $55 if you want to get your hands on those ones. Right, shall we see? We are going to go to a break. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out your basket. This is my favourite video. Do you know why? Full of fails.
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate. Thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I've put too much. Joe's laughing. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place. Oh, Joe.
Words, but I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? it was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkle ink, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
I went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with the and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami. I've got some...
Oh, it's not on your project, is it?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Surprise! Well, knock me down with a feather. Crafter's Companion is turning a sensational 17. And boy, do we have a celebration for you. We are bringing the razzle-dazzle and putting on the glitz for a fabulous and flamboyant affair, and you're all invited.
From the 17th to the 30th of October, we'll be shining the spotlight on a glittering array of spectacular new launches, amazing offers, and so many show-stopping surprises.
Head on over to Crafters TV for a toe-tapping Tinseltown party with live fun and crafting goodies every single day.
Cocktail hour is already in full swing. So visit the Crafters Companion website to find out more, and of course, join the fun.
Lots of you chatting away. If you are new, you have to go back and watch the wax seal debacle. It will make you spit. It will make you, this is a quote from Rhonda, split a gut, is what she's called it. April the 25th, last show of the day, about an hour in, and watch to the end. There you are. That's what you're doing for the rest of the evening. Therese says, what fun they have when it goes wrong. Entertaining delights. Shireen says, Christmas Day is sometimes like planning your wedding. Very excited to do all the prep, but then it's over and you feel a bit lost after it. Absolutely is. I always think going on holidays just after Christmas is a lovely thing to do, Craig. Get Christmas out of the way and go on holiday for New Year. Delightful. Right then, let me take a moment to recap a few bits for you. I must share these with you. The tape pens. You guys it's a really special opportunity actually for you to grab a hold of them when we bring them to you like this, because this is how we send them out to our retail partners, because you get 12 in here. It's like we wholesale them to you and we give you a wholesale discount as well, because to get almost £18, over $31 off of these, they are a core item, is a really, really fantastic price on those for you. The other great thing about them is that they are strong and they are long. They are permanent and they are 22 metres. If that's old money, that's 72 feet of adhesive you've got on each and every one of those, which is brilliant. Right, I also need to go back to, so with the edgeables, of course, you're getting 3 elements from the Country Lane included there. We do have a star buy for you, and I mean, what a deal it is. So let me share this with you. 70% off on this. I mean, with the 3 freebies you're getting with the edgeables and then this as well, it's pretty much almost the whole collection you're getting here. You will get the flower forming foam. You will also get as well this one here, which is your perfect peony. Then you've got your perennials in pots. That one there is your hanging signs and vines. So versatile, that one. Really is handy. Then we have the garden gateway. You've got your dusk till dawn. This one here, these are some really good seam building dies that you've got here. So that one is your cottage window, and then you'll also get the idyllic meadow. That there, that's your swirled butterflies. The lamppost is super handy with a light up the lane. That one there is your lace frame, and then you'll also get the country lace too, and also the cut and emboss folder in there too. £94 or $116 is what you are saving there on that one. Laurie's favourite time of the year is our birthday event. There you are. what fun the birthday event has been as well, says Connie. Lots and lots of love. Should we do a winner, Craig? You're a winner, baby, as RuPaul's saying. It is Dorothy G. Purswell. Dorothy G. Purswell. I'm just going to grab my bucket for you, Dorothy, and your cork. It's cork number 30 is yours. It's this one just here. And you are in the draw. The corks are rapidly depleting, Craig. Rapidly depleting from... We're coming towards the end, aren't we? I mean, it's Wednesday. We've only got 4 more days of birthday left. You're going... Nearly missed it again. I basically threw it in from here earlier, Craig, and missed it.
You did?
Completely missed it. You need to drop us an email, please, Dorothy, and we will send you out a £25 gift bag, lucky dip, and you'll also gonna get an entry into that big prize draw. I'm going to send you a £25 voucher now as well, which is handy, but the prize draw on Sunday, £250 worth of goodies and a £250 voucher. Ooh, good oohing, Craig. Right then, we are going to go back to the Edgeables. Absolutely fantastic value here on this. 6 brand new sets of Edgeables for you, $89.94 or $101.70. That is what you'd normally pay for them, and that's what you'd pay if you got them individually. But if you did get them individually, you would not get the £45 of extra goodies which are in there, and that is your Country Lane luxury card, 12x12, and your vellum. So much you can do with these, Craig.
Loads. Absolutely loads and loads and loads. So although they are called edgeable, you know, it could be the left, the right, the bottom, you know, easel cards, lots of different ways that you can use them. So there's one that we've done earlier on. But then if you do want to do your stepper cards, you can start to do your stepper cards, layer them on top of each other, whether it's flat with your tape or your glue, or you could then be using, of course, your 3D foam pads. Little gatefolds look lovely, but then into a larger card, they don't necessarily have to be on the edge. What about at an angle? That looks really, really cool. Here's another one as well with the steppers. So if you're going to be using them as your cards, they're going to look exquisite, but then what about bringing in your acetate, creating your domed effects that you can see there. And you can see with this one, it's only been using 2 of the dies, not the 3 within each set, or doing little gift bags that look really, really cool. So using your Ultimate Pro, your scoreboard, you can of course be creating lovely different things. But then what about different styles? Here's our very trusted black and white form that lets you see all the different ways that you can be using them. So whether you're incorporating your acetate, whether you're going to be doing them onto the bottom of your cards, your fold backs of your cards, use them in the initial way that the concept of them were created, then your Z fold cards, you can be doing that. Because the edge of the die doesn't cut, you can elongate it with real ease. What about doing your main panel in the middle? So using the larger ones on the outside, but a panel into the middle. But using them for your actual card blanks as well. Really, really fab, the way that you're getting that lace look from them. Stepper card that we can see here, but then only using one of them as the base at the side if you want to do that. You can go all your different concepts. There really is so many different ways. You might want to use them with your smaller cards, you can absolutely do that, but then maybe you want to use them on your larger cards, you can absolutely do that. Your cardstock, your Centura Pearl looks absolutely beautiful when it comes to these ranges here, but then your easels that you can see. Mixing and match, you don't necessarily have to just use the same dies within each set. Mix and match them if you want to. Really lovely for the headers, for your twisted easels. What about name placements? Even if that was a little bit smaller, could be a little placements for your tables. We've seen a finish bag earlier on. If you love making crackers, why not wrap them around your cylinder crackers? You can start to do that. Frameworks. Once again, because only one side of the die cuts, it's an edgeable, you can create your frame, or once again, a simple way on the edge of your card. These are all the different ways, some finished examples for you to see at the start there of what you can create, how you can create them, the different looks that you can get from them. They really are fab. I'm not surprised that they were an absolute runaway success. It's the delicate lace edgeables with multitude of ways in which you can use them.
Absolutely, there are. Craig, do the concepts, Bubble and Squeeze said it would be really handy and helpful if we had the concepts on the website. They're not available anywhere, are they? Maybe they'd be better off like somewhere like Pinterest, maybe. I'm not sure.
Something like that. That's something we could feed back to the team, yeah.
It's a good shout, that Bubble and Squeak. We'll ask the question. We will indeed. I want to remind you again of those amazing shimmer ink pads. It really is your last chance now to get your hands on these. $35.94, sorry, or $47.94, and you are getting, remember, £20 or $30 worth of products in there, which is brilliant. Me and Craig have both got new trainers, and they're very similar, aren't they?
Very similar.
Yeah. But we can show if we do a... I can't have a leg that high. There you go. No, see, quite similar, aren't they?
Just I've got a bit of grey on them.
Yeah, I love it. I love a new pair of pumps.
I do as well, yeah.
Kicks, pumps, sneaks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Remember also that you are, of course, getting the free gift, remember. And you've got to get it in your basket. You need to check out, I think, is it before midnight UK time? Because it flicks over to the next day. So if you're watching this back, do bear that in mind. But there'll be another new one tomorrow. Does Johnny know what it is tomorrow? Because you'll definitely want to get this one and tomorrow's. You want to make sure, and we don't have as many as we would like of tomorrow's either. Remember, you're getting that then when you're spending 10. When you spend 50, you're going to get the exclusive paper pad, only available during our birthday event. And also, that of course has a £10 or dollar voucher. Spend 100, you'll get all three.
All three.
Amazing, incredible, incredible.
Incredible.
You get it? Amazing glitter markers in there. Oh, and I forgot. So
Picture
many.
as well with the pens.
There we are. You're going to get a £20 or dollar voucher to spend through November and December, which is glorious. Now you're back. Well, you've got a Facebook Live tonight, haven't you? So where do we go and find you there?
Rightio, so I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live previewing our 3D decoration dies that myself and Sarah will have on Wake Up Call, and then myself and Joe, if the stock lasts till then, we've got the full 2 hours. So yes, it's going to be a preview. We're going to be making one of them. That is going to be at, 9 o'clock here in the UK, so it's about an hour's time. 4 p.m. Eastern Time or 1 a.m. Pacific Time. 1 a.m., 1 p.m. Pacific Time. So that's on my Facebook page. Just to say, it will be fed to Crafter's Companion page.
Oh, is it on there as well?
It's on there as well. However, if you want me to see your comment, if you watch via my Craig Laird Crafter's Companion, comment on that and I'll see it. Although keep in mind, it is only me. It's me and the comments.
You've got all the fancy technology still?
I do.
So honestly, it's like a blockbuster production. I know. I think it's amazing how you craft. And if you've not seen one, make sure you go over there and check that out. I'll be back. So you're here with Sarah for Wake Up Call.
Yes.
Amazing. So that'll be tomorrow. Previewing all those Sarah Cutlow deals as well. Ooh, exciting. I'll be back for launch day with Craig Bagel, and I'll also be back with you for that later Cartlow show, so 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 o'clock East Coast. Craig, it's been brilliant. It's been good. Shall we do it then tomorrow?
Let's
2
do
p.m.
it. Let's do it.
I hope you have a brilliant day if you're across the pond. Enjoy the rest of your evening if you're here in the UK. We'll see you for another day tomorrow. Ciao.